Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Today I am going to talk about my main listening turntable. It is a Stanton STR8-60. It is a phenomenal turntable and it does the job. Now, as you could probably see, I got the new Mark Groove tool on it. This is a phenomenal cartridge for the price. I mean, you can't get any better. I mean, you could get better cartridges, but for me, the sound is just beautiful with this cartridge. It isn't at all bland, or it isn't missing any low end. It's got a lot of high end. It's got a lot of mids. Something you really want in a cartridge. Also, another thing too, you got to have a lot of vinyl, which I do have. I love vinyl. And I also got more over there behind a couple of the CDs. But, you know, this is my whole entire collection. I got some Beatles. I got some, Black Sabbaths. I got some Daft Punk. I got pretty much anything you can think of. But I'm still missing a lot of albums, which I probably will end up getting more. Probably end up going thrift store shopping this weekend, but you just really can't pass that stuff up, and it's good. It's good listening music and stuff. Right over here, you got your 33 and 45, and I keep it on 33 majority of the time. I do have 45s. I do have certain records that I do play, etc. It's nice. You have your start stop. You can see that it's on perfect pitch, and it's really good. You have your pop-up light. It does have a little bit of trouble staying up, but other than that, the pop-up light does work. I have the mat down, facing down, but it comes with the Stanton felt mat. I mean, you could put a rubber mat on this thing and it probably would dampen the sound a little bit, but it does work. Your tone arm lock, which locks the tone arm down so you don't have your tone arm doesn't go all over the place. I have an extra cartridge, which is the CC-1, which fits right there, and then I have the stylus guard for the groove tool, and then I have the extra stylus for the CC-1. This cartridge tracks at 2.5 grams. This one tracks at 3.5. So that's the only difference. Pitch control. You do -10. You see the LED light that's on there. And +10. You see the LED light. And then when it's quartz locked, it shuts off. Now, the only difference between this pitch control and other pitch controls, it has a center click. That center click indicates that you're at 0 pitch. Also, it locks the pitch. So if I move it, you will get pitch. So if I move it, you'll see the dots. If I move it back, whoa. Okay, if I move it back, you'll see the dots. So most turntables, they quartz lock when you lock the pitch. Others, they have a button, but some of the faders, they're built in right into the system. Right over here in the dark, we have the 45 adapter. This is a plastic one. Normally they would come with metal ones, but this one doesn't. And what else? I'm going to show you that this cartridge is pretty much aligned, because it's aligned right off the bat. This is a straight tangent tone arm, which means you're gonna get it curved off the record a little bit. So if I take a record out, I gotta pause this and then we'll be right back. Okay, so what they mean by tangent is, I'm gonna undo this. What they mean by tangent is that your tone arm is going to kind of curve a little bit, like to the outer edge of the record. That is only because, you know, it has to sit right into the groove. So, you know, for better grip of the vinyl. But that really isn't that big of a deal for me, since I play my records and I don't back cue or scratch with this. You know, I pretty much play my records, and the only reason why I don't have this stuff turned on right now is because I don't want a copyright notice. That's the only reason. So, as you could tell, there is kind of a tangency to the tone arm, but you know, it looks like that more in person than it does on the camera. So yeah, so you're gonna get a little bit of an offset at the beginning of the record, and as it goes in more, it's as straight as it can be. So but it's a good sounding cartridge overall. When the system is turned on, it sounds pretty decent. You got your bass, you got your mids, you got your highs. It's just a phenomenal cartridge. If you're on a budget, get a Newmark Groove Tool, because, you know, it's an awesome cartridge, and it's a magnetic cartridge too. Most people would actually confuse this for a ceramic cartridge. The only difference with a ceramic cartridge, the body is a lot thinner. The magnetic cartridge, the body is a lot thicker. That's the only way you can tell. There are ceramic cartridges out there with a thinner body, because the pickup is so small in a ceramic cartridge than the pickup in a magnetic cartridge. A magnetic cartridge, the pickup is a little bit bigger, because you have the coils and everything. A ceramic cartridge is just a little ceramic bar hooked up to some coils, and you know, that's pretty much it. With this, it is a magnetic cartridge, so but it uses styluses that are designed to work with this cartridge. I mean, think of it as, you know, it's pretty much the same almost as the Crosley Turntable, but the styluses are a spherical diamond tip rather than a sapphire tip. The only difference between the spherical tip diamond is it will last longer, and it will bring some detail out in your records. A sapphire tip will last at least 50 hours. The spherical diamond tip will last about 100 and 500 hours, depending on how much play you have and how often you play your records. Now, I don't play my records that often, so I don't need to worry about needle wear very much. So that's also a good thing. Now, having a needle just down on the record like this does not hurt it. However, if you start picking it up the wrong way and you don't pick it up gently, there's a big chance you could probably break your needle. So you got to make sure that you have a level hand to pick this up. There is no Q lever. There is no anti-skate on this. What I think that happens is the tone arm goes with the force of the record needle, and the geometry I think is built into the tone arm rather than having a dial. So that's another plus. You don't have to set anti-skate on this turntable. It pretty much all does it for you, depending on what your tracking weight is on this turntable. Is one of these Stanton turntables pretty much worth it? I would say so. Mainly because, some people don't want to do that much setup to their turntable. They want to get it up and running. Basically, these turntables are pretty decent, and I will show you here in a minute. These are direct driven, so they're pretty good turntables. They're pretty much up to par with a Technics 1200 as far as all that goes. So in the next clip, I'm going to show you guys what the direct drive motor looks like. Okay, so I'm going to lock this tone arm because I don't want it going all over the place. This turntable is direct driven, so I'm going to hopefully hold this camcorder under my chin if it doesn't fall over. Okay. Ooh, this thing needs to be cleaned out again. Alright, so there's the motor. All it is just a standard motor. So I was dumb in turning this on with freaking power on, but I don't think it hurt it in any way. This thing is getting dusty again. I just cleaned it like not too long ago. So the only difference about this turntable is the platter is sunken down. Oh, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I mean, it comes with collecting records, You gotta have a good turntable, you gotta have good equipment. And, yeah. And this does not come with a phono preamp, by the way. The only way you could hook it up is either a receiver that has a phono preamp built in, or you could get a mixer that has the phono preamp built in. I'm running this off of a mixer which has the phono preamp built in. I could get a phono preamp, which I do have one, but it has a lot of hum and buzz, so there isn't any chance that I'll be using that anytime soon. So yeah, the reason why I took the Stanton out of the setup is because I was getting so much hum from the 1002B mixer when I had this hooked up to the Radio Shack mixer. Both don't play well together, so I have them separated. So I'm definitely using this as a full listening turntable from now on, instead of having it in my show. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment if you have one. For a straight arm turntable, it definitely Definitely is a good sounder, let me tell you. It definitely has good audio. This is something that is pretty comparable to a Technics 1200 if you get the right cartridge and if you set it up properly. And speaking of setting it up properly, there are two things that actually will help you set it up properly. You have a protractor, which is very reflectant, and I believe it is a turntable stylus force scale gauge tester. So these things are very handy if you want to get into vinyl. I mean, it will help you set up your turntable anyways. But I mean, it's great when you get it all fully set up and working properly. So anyways, guys, that is it for my ramble on about vinyl and turntables and stuff like that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Peace out, practice and enjoy. And if you like collecting records, you know, give this particular turntable a go. You know, I mean, what do you guys got to lose? Don't get any of them record chewers, that's for sure. So anyways, guys, that is it. Practice and enjoy.